So we learned already single phase transformer and three phase transformer output equation. Next we are going to learn the voltage equation of a transformer or EMF per turn of a transformer. So in question for the exam university question, it will be asking like derive the voltage equation of a transformer or EMF per turn of a transformer. So don't get confused with single phase and three phase transformers derivation. Okay, so if it asks only you write this voltage equation, otherwise don't write along with the single phase and three phase transformer. So moving on to the derivation, so voltage equation or EMF per turn of a transformer. So we all know Q is equal to 4.44 5 m80 into 10 raised to minus 3 F. Here we can write AT in terms of specific magnetic and electric loading. So AT is equal to 5m by R. That is, we are assuming ratio specific magnetic and electric loading is equal to R is equal to 5m by AT. So ratio of specific magnetic and electric loading R is equal to 5m by AT. Therefore, from there AT is equal to 5m by R. So substituting this in equation here, we will get as Q is equal to 4.44 5 m square R F into 10 raised to minus 3. Okay, so 5m square is equal to Q R by F into 4.44 and 10 raised to minus 3. Therefore, 5m is equal to square root of this thing. Okay, so next we need to find the voltage per turn. So or EMF per turn, that is ET is equal to 4.44 5m F. So we are replacing 5m with this equation. We will get ET is equal to root of 4.44 FR in 10 raised to 3 into root of Q. So this term we are giving as K a constant value, that is ET is equal to K into root Q. That is the EMF per turn or voltage equation of transformer, that is ET is equal to K root Q, where K is equal to root of 4.44 FR into 10 raised to 3 and R is the specific magnetic load and electric loading ratio, that is magnetic loading is 5m by electric loading is ampere turn. So value of K depends upon the type of transformer used. So you need to study this table by heart. So it will be asked for gate question also. So you need to study this chart by heart. So first let's see single phase shell type. For single phase shell type, K ranges from 1 to 1.2. For single phase core type, it is 0.75 to 0.85. For three phase shell type, it is 1.3. Three phase core type distribution transformer, it is 0.45. And for power transform, it is 0.6 to 0.7. So you need to memorize this table by somehow. So this is the voltage per turn. So derivation from module 2, you need to study single phase transformer, three phase transformer output equation. Then you need to study the voltage equation of transformer or EMF per turn of a transformer. Next, for the problem section, you will be always asked to find the overall dimensions of the transformer. So if you need to find out the overall dimensions, we need to follow some steps, and also you need to know which all notations is relating, like here for overall dimensions, we need to know a small a, that is the width of the largest stamping, small d is the diameter of circumscribed circle, capital D is the distance between centers of adjacent limbs, WW is the width window, HW is the height of window, or it can be also called as length of limb, HY is the height of yoke, and capital H is the overall height of the transformer. So for you to easy to understand, here there is single phase core type transformers cross sectional view. Okay, so this is the cross sectional view of single phase transformer. Here small d, see this small d is the diameter of circumscribing circle. So this is the diameter of circumscribing circle. Then we need to know about WW is what? Width of wind. This is WW, width of wind. So this is the window. Okay, so and this one is the width of window. So this is the window. Okay, so this one is the width of window. Okay, then HW is what? Height of window. So this is the window, right? So this one is the window height, and outside this portion is height of yoke, and total this height of window plus this height of yoke is the overall height of the transformer. Okay, and here capital D is the distance between the adjacent limbs. See, capital D is the distance between the adjacent limbs. Okay, and also dy is the width of one limb. Okay, so these are the things we need to know. This diagram is very much important. You need to study for the exam. They will ask you to draw the cross-sectional view of the single phase core type transformer, and also they will ask you to label the parts and also to name it. Okay, so you need to study this by heart. It's very easy, just go through it. And second one is the three phase core type transformer. So here also is same only, three phase core type. See, this is the diameter circumscribing circle, this is the window, this is the height of the yoke, this is the window height, overall transformer height, and capital D is the adjacent distance of the limbs. Okay, this is the width over the three limbs. Okay, in the case this one is the shell type. Okay, this is the single phase shell type. So this is a cross sectional view of shell type. Here W is the what? Length of yoke. Okay, this is the yoke length, that is also equal to the overall length of frame. So from the figure it's easy to get these equations. Just cross check with the figure. So single phase core type, capital D is equal to small d plus WW, and dy is equal to A, and capital H is equal to HW plus 2HY, and capital W is equal to D plus A. Just go through with the, compare this equation with the figure. So you will be easy to, it will be easy for you to understand. Okay. So for likewise for three phase it is capital D, so D plus WW same only, and for HY is equal to A and H is equal same only. Okay, for window it's a 2D plus A, since there are two windows it is 2D plus A. Okay, and you need to by heart all these equations for single phase and three phase core type shell type. All these equations you need to by heart. For that you need to compare it with the main figures, then it will be easy for you to understand. Okay, since it's difficult for me to go to previous notes, I'm not explaining with this the same figure, so you please go with the figure and compare it and find these equations. Okay, next is how to find the overall design of the transformer. Okay, overall dimensions of the transformer. It is very easy if we know all these steps. So these steps can be these steps can be asked in the university exam questions also. Like they will be asking like write the steps to find the, or write the design, or how to find these overall dimensions. Questions can be asked like that. And also you need to know each step, then only it will be easy for you to find the overall dimensions or any questions relating with transform. It's very easy if you know all these steps. So first is, okay, just go through it. Steps of determination of main dimensions for core, window and yoke. First, step 1. See, step 1 is to calculate voltage per turn using the formula Et is equal to K root Q volts. Step 2 is find the net cross-sectional area of the core AI from the equation. This Et is 4.44 F phi m. This phi m can be written as Bm into AI. So from here we will get AI. So you need to study just this equation. Et is equal to 4.44 F phi m, and phi m you knew it as Bm into AI. So we will get AI as this equation. Okay, so just learn the main equations only. Step 3 is determine the diameter of the circumscribed circle using the formula AI equal to K d square. So study this formula. AI is equal to K d square. From here you will get the dimensions of the circumscribed circle. And step number 4 is find the width of the window from equation, that is WW is capital D minus small d, where capital D is the distance between the cocenters and small d is the diameter circumscribed circle. And the step 5 is obtain windows area from the following equation. Okay, so next step is we need to find the windows area AW. So if we want to find AW, we knew it as Q is equal to 2.22 F BM KW delta AW AI in 10 raised to minus 3 kVA. So from here we will get AW. Okay, just learn the main equations only. In the case of 3-phase, it is given as Q is 3.33. So from this equation you will get the value of AW. Okay. Next step is to find the height of the window. HW is equal to what? AW by WW. And if capital D is not given, okay, so if D is not given, first AW area of window is calculated using step number 5 instead of step number 4. Okay, if capital D is not given, then what will we do? We will calculate AW using this step number 5 instead of this 4. Okay, then we use the concept that usually the ratio and AW is equal to HW into WW. Normally HW to WW ratio is 2 to 4. Thus height of the window is obtained. Since WW is D minus D, hence with the known values of WW and small d, we can find capital D. Okay. So next step is obtain the depth and height of the yoke for the stepped core using the formula. Okay, depth and height we need to know. So depth of yoke and height of yoke is equal to A, where A is the width of largest stamping. And step number 8, obtain the overall height and length of the frame from the following relations. Okay, so each steps we need to by heart and each formulas we need to by heart. Okay, for single phase transformer core type, it is H is this one and W is this. For 3-phase it is given like this. So you need to compare both equation. Only difference is for 3-phase there are 2 windows, therefore here it will be 2. Okay, rest all the equations are same only. For single phase shell type, it is given like instead of HY is equal to it's A, therefore 2A. Okay, and W is equal to 2WW plus 4A. So in case A is not given, we assume 0.9D instead of A in the above equation for stepped core. Okay, 0.85D for cruciform core and 0.71D for square core. Okay, cores can be stepped, cruciform and square core. So these steps we need to by heart to solve the problems relating to transformers. Also it can be asked for theory sections only to write the design part or the steps. Okay.